All right, and we're back doing some more stuff. So last time I kind of messed up, couldn't really get it working, so I decided to go get a chicken from the store and then look up a guide. And now we have it working, basically. So what our problem was that our viewport was not set up correctly on our enemy. We had the sub viewport going to a what do you call these? Viewport control. Viewport container. So this is what you want to use in like the 2D. That's why it was sticking to our camera instead of doing what we wanted it to do. Let me turn on my camera. Awesome. So yeah, we didn't want to use this. Instead, we want to connect the sub viewport directly to a Node 3D. Then add our Sprite 3D right here. And oh man, let me bring this over here. Hopefully I'm more audible now. All right. So now when we have our Sprite 3D right here, we can bring that forward, and then that's where our text will be. Just like this. So we need to work on that a little bit. What we want to do is add some type of background. Let's just add a like a texture, and then we'll add not bad, we can either do a color or something, so we'll go new noise texture. I think this will work. How's it going, Phoenix? Yeah, everything's going pretty good. I've just been was on vacation, and then I've just been working, but now I'm doing more Godot stuff. Yeah, I think I haven't posted any videos or anything. Now we're making a Typing of the Dead clone just for. I think I can do this project pretty quick. And I'm also, it's open source and shit, so I'm gonna upload everything to GitHub. I think it's gonna be fun. So texture rect, we got that. Let's go to our Sprite 3D. Now we have that there. I think this needs to be in front of it. There we go. Bob the Darkest Fairy, how's it going? What's up? So let's take this texture rect and shrink it down. We want the height probably like this, right? So what, like 300, 325. And let's go back to Sprite 3D. Here we are, and it should say like this should be our phrase, and then we're gonna need some type of thing to update it. So let me call this the enemies board. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So what we're gonna do is let's just make onReady var. We'll make some words. We'll call this word dict, and I think we'll just do like a few words here for testing. Alright, so put in here, what's a good quote? I don't know. Hello world. Hello world. Wonderful. Then we'll do another one that just says like, what's up? What's up? And we need a last one. I was trying to program now with AI, and then I was like, yeah, I am going to use it sometimes because it's so much faster than writing everything out myself. But lately I've been trying to use less AI because I've been too reliant on it. But it's like, it's so fucking useful, and it gets you like there so much faster than everything else. So it's like, damn, dude, am I really going to like sit here and caveman this out for an hour? Or am I going to get ChatGPT to run it for me in like literally 2 minutes? It's brutal. So to answer your question, yes, I am trying to use less AI for this specific project. So what's another thing we can say? We'll say F ChatGPT. Yeah, what does he think about that one? Okay, so you expect a what now? Oh, that's right. This is not. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's not even a dictionary. That's a array, and we want an array. There we go. So it's going to give us one of these. We got to get one of these at random. So we'll go like on, you fucker. On ready var. We're going to do rand equals, I think it's random number generator dot new. And then down here in the ready function, we can say rand dot rand I range, and we'll just get from 0 to word dict -1. Word dict dot what is it, length or len? I think it's len. Len. Lel. -1. Cool. So we'll then set that equal to our var rand num, and then we'll get we'll say var word equal we'll say phrase, but it's really more of a phrase, equals word dict, and then we'll put in the rand num. Nice. So there, we got to do that, and then we're going to have to assign that, obviously. So rich text label, whatever. We'll just leave that for now. We might have to rename that later. I'm just going to use the get node there. Oh, I got to add more to this. There we go. Got some autocomplete going on, and what are we going to do? We're going to say, I guess, add text, and the text will be our phrase. There we go. Let me move this out. There we go. Hopefully that's viewable on your screen. I might need to zoom in, I don't know. But okay. So that should add our text to that text label, and we also need to, I think I need to do this at onReady var phrase needs to be declared up here, and we'll just set it equal to nothing. And then, because we're going to need to access it in other places. Okay, so now we're going to need a func, I guess we'll say attack. This is when we hit our point and we have to attack, so yeah. What are we going to do? We're going to display our sprite 3D, so by default we're going to have it hidden, so we're going to go sprite 3D dot visible equals false. And then down here, we're going to set it equal to true. So then we should be able to see our enemy board. Our board should only be visible when we're going up to the enemy to attack it. So when we're like going through here, when it says here we are, it should only be visible when we get to like right there or whatever. We don't do that, and we go back to the... when we scroll down the path, it shouldn't be visible until we get to like right here. Otherwise, it should just show our, like an enemy. Okay, so, let me Control Z all the bad things away. Alright. Nice. So, we're setting it equal to visible. We then have to, we've already set our phrase. So, cool. We're also going to need a function. What do we need to do? It should be update label. Update rich text label. Okay. Nice. So let's start getting input from the player. So what is a good way to get input? Project settings. Well, let's not do that. We go to what is it? Input. We have an input singleton. Where is it? We go to help. That's right. Input singleton for handling input. Handles key presses, mouse button, and movement, gamepads, and input action. Okay. And are not affected by this stuff. Alright, so I know we can do like input.isAction just pressed, and then how do we just get everything that's been pressed? Let's just try this. Func input event. Can't we just do print event, and we'll go from there. So every time I move my mouse, it's an event. So we just want the key events. So how am I going to do that? So isn't it like if event equals if event is, isn't there like is like keyboard or is mouse or something? I guess I'll have to input, let me control F and say key. Is key pressed? Awesome, there we go. So I do have a function. Is key pressed, and then print event, unless this checks for specific keys. Let me input is only recommended over is physical key pressed in non-game applications. This ensures the shortcut keys behave as expected. Returns true if you are pressing the Latin key in the current keyboard layout. You can pass a key constant. Due to keyboard ghosting, is key pressed may return false even if one or more. Okay, so is physical key pressed? Okay. Nice, so let's do is physical key pressed then. It's saying to use this. Alright. Is physical key pressed. Alright, print event. Let's run that and see what happens. Oh, that's because I have to say right, maybe I'm wrong. Event dot is do I not have that? Am I reading this wrong? Input. Does that mean I can only access it in like if I do like input dot is physical key pressed? Okay, so yeah, that is scanning keys. It's not like if you're checking for every key. All right. Is it like is key pressed? Is key event is action type? There we go. Let's take a look at that one. Returns true if this input's event type is one that can be assigned to an input action. Okay, that tells you absolutely nothing. That's wonderful. Let's see, Control F. We'll say key key press. No, key 20 matches. It's got to be a function. Is match all right. Is action exact match, is action pressed. I'm pretty sure there was one that was just like whatever. And see, this is where it's like much easier to go on ChatGPT and just ask real quick. Which is brutal, but it's true. But yeah, I think so that's input event. What's the fucking difference? Input. Alright, here we go. And this is where it helps. What is the fucking difference between input as a function in Godot and using input from the process function as a singleton? This is a built-in callback function in Godot. Catches raw input events as they happen. If event is input event key and event.pressed. Okay, so I think that's what I was actually looking for right there. The polling is not event-based. You're asking Godot every frame, is this key down? Okay, so that was what was missing in my knowledge. And that's actually pretty useful. So, not ideal. Frame-based, continuous, event-based, discrete. I'm actually not sure which is better. If I am using this to take in keyboard presses for a typing game, what would you recommend? You carry out every individual key press. Alright, exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You don't want to deal with the key repeat, just, I guess. If event.isPut is input event key and event.pressed and not event.echo. Handled type character. So let's just grab this real quick. We'll plug it on in and we'll pretend that nobody saw us do it, and then we'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, that is what I'm trying to do. So let me get this back up. There we go. Let's give that a shot and see if we are printing out what we want. So input event key, I gotta remember that for the future. To be fair, I didn't know that, but ChatGPT did. So if I just start clicking around, nice, A, B, oh, now I'm in there. Let me shrink this down. Awesome, so it's getting everything. cool. So that's really good, actually. So yeah, ChatGPT did it faster than I could have done it. So that's true. And this is why junior software devs can't get any fucking jobs anymore. Brutal. Okay. Alright, now that we have that. What the fuck was I even doing? So, we have that, and we basically want to now have a game manager for what I want to do here. So, let me do this. We're going to go File, New Script. We're going to call this... I think we should just call this the keyboard manager. Oh, shit. I just called it keyboard. I'm just going to delete it. Oh, I can't operate on nodes from a foreign scene. Oh, thanks. Wonderful. Alright, so that one's just going to stay there, and I'm going to call a new one and have it called keyboard. I hit the enter button by accident. Keyboard manager. Awesome. We're going to go here. I'm going to do a new, we're going to call it auto loads. Auto loads. There we go. Throw this guy in there. And I think I should use him to take all of the key presses. So we'll do that, and we'll go to the keyboard manager and put that right in there. And we got to go project settings. We'll go to globals and have the auto load keyboard manager run. We'll add him in. We'll close it. And let me just run the scene to make sure it still works. So if we're typing shit, awesome. It's still typing down there. So we need to make it, let me go to my notepad, and we're going to say make the player stop at the enemy at his ration, and then display his text as you type his text. It should turn red. It should turn from green to red on the display. Awesome. Let me get my music going again. There we go. All right, so cool. Nice. Awesome. So we have our enemy. We gotta say attack, and we gotta emit some type of signal here. How do signals work again in Godot 4? Signal. Constructs a signal as a copy of the given signal. Creates a signal object referencing a signal named signal in the specific object. Oh, thank you. Nice. Yeah, basically we're going to do this. We're going to connect a whole bunch of shit. Yeah. So our enemy, I guess, I'm just trying to think about who should be connecting to who and who should be doing what. So if we're in the world here, and we're over top, and our camera brings up to him, our enemy has to signal our player somehow. So I guess we could just add him to a group. Why not? I like doing groups. It's simple. So yeah, we're gonna go world I don't know, I'm thinking about this in like terms of like, I normally make fucking FPSs and shit, so this is like a different type of thinking, so. Alright, we're gonna come up upon him right here. And basically once our ratio hits his ratio, what are we gonna do? We need our player to do something. We need him to stop and display our shit. So we'll just make the function up here. We'll say pause movement. That's right, because we're actually, this basically is our player. Movement. And you know what? We could just make a fucking state machine here. I think we should do that. onReady var prev state equals nothing, and then I'm just going to do the super simple state machine next and current, and the next state is going to be advance, and we'll do match cur state, and we'll say advance bring that shit back, and then we'll have this right here, Control C, Control V, and we'll bring that, and instead of advance, we're gonna say, I think we'll say engage. That makes sense, right? We're engaging the enemy. So we just don't have to have that. I think we can just say pass for now. We actually don't need this because we don't need to really pause the movement. We just need to stop engaging in the process of moving. And what we're going to do here is say next state equals well, current state equals next state, and before that we're going to say prev state equals current state. So we're updating the state every frame, and then depending on what state we're in, we either advance or engage. So if we're engaging, we really just have to stop when we're there, and then once we're done, we're going to go back. So I'm going to add this to a group and say git tree dot, actually I think I can just say add to group, right? Add to group, and we'll just call it player, because we can think of this as our player. That was what was tripping me up, is we're basically the world, but our player is just a cart that moves forward, so there's like no reason to have that right now. I might move it in the future, but fuck it. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Doesn't matter. No one cares. Okay. Looking good. Add to group players, previous state, so we advance, and we'll say our enemy, when we attack, we're going to say git tree dot, I think we'll say call group player, and we'll say, what should we say? Being attacked, or engage attack. Engage attack. That'll be the name of the function that we call. And then I'll just grab that, and we'll go back to our player, and I'll just make that function. And we'll say, oh, actually all we gotta say is next state equals engage. And then we'll do another one, finish attack. Finish attack. And we will say next update, and we'll set that equal to advance. So we'll go back to advancing. Nice. So we engage and then we advance, and we're gonna have to take this and update rich text label, and then we'll say func defeated. So when we are defeated, we're going to do this. We're gonna call that group again, call our player group, and use the finish attack to move our guy a little further down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where he wants to be. So finish attack, awesome. Our enemy right here, or player, finish attack, next state, advance, cool, that's looking good. Awesome. So now we actually need to get to the meat and bones of it, where we're actually entering shit in. So we have the text we're supposed to have, and we have so let's go to our keyboard manager, and we're gonna say func current. We're gonna say current cur word for the current word, and that's gonna equal nothing. And we're gonna do a func update update word, and obviously we'll have to pass in the word and set it equal. Yeah, what we're gonna do here, word. Current word equals word equals what am I doing? Cur it's supposed to be an onReady var, not a function. At onReady var current word equals a empty string, and then we take that empty string and we assign it right here. And then we're also going to say, let's do this. Instead of update word, we're going to say initiate attack word, and we'll also send in the enemy. So we could do like an enemy name or whatever, and we're just going to print the enemy, and we might as well also print the word. We'll just do this. We'll print the enemy and the word. Awesome. Cool. So that looks pretty good. Nice. Now that we have that, we basically also want to flip. We're going to make a Boolean here. onReady var. We're going to say in battle. In battle, we're going to set it equal to false, and here we'll set it equal to true. Well, you know what we could do is just we could reset our word. So if word is not equal to null, I think that's what we'll do. We'll actually set word equal to null right here, and then we'll update the word here. And then we'll say if word is not equal to null, then we can actually get our input. Word, current word. Cur word is not equal to null, meaning that we have some type of value in it. Then we should evaluate our input, and if not, then we shouldn't evaluate our input. So now that we're actually evaluating it, we need to send what we press back. Should we do the evaluation if it's what we need here, or not? I'm thinking, so if we type the letter we are supposed to, we remove that letter and continue, right? And then if we type the wrong letter, we just continue for now. Continue for now, but we'll do damage later, Lagator later. Okay, so basically if the word is like hello and I'm here and I type an H, we need to knock the H off the current word, and then it'll just be like ELLO, and if the next one we type is an E, it'll knock it off, and if it's not, then we'll just keep going through this. I think what we need to do is say if char equals and cur word, and we always need the first letter of it, then we will say cur word isn't there like a strip? Let me take a look at strings real quick. I can't remember what's the difference. There's some stuff in Python that's not in here. String, str. String, there we go. Begins with bigrams, alright, contains, ends with erase, so we could use this. Yeah, let's just use erase. Okay, keyboard manager dot erase. So remove the first word, and then we're good to go. So do we have to say like current word equals, like current word equals current word dot erase, or is this just erasing it from the word? I guess we'll see. We'll see. We'll print it. So if they're equal, then we remove it, and we'll continue on, and then we'll say if we'll actually do it down here. So we'll say if cur word dot I think we need len if the length of current word is equal to 0, equal then or less than 0, then we need to what do we need to do? We need to say get tree dot call group, and we'll do active enemy, and we'll say die. Got a die. Oops, I need a little thing right there. And I think what we'll do, what's the problem? Assignment is not allowed inside of an expression. I think you're supposed to be over on this side. Okay, so we got to go grab active enemy, and we got to go to enemy, and basically what we're gonna do is when we attack, we're gonna add to group, add to group, whoops, active enemy. And what we'll do is we'll remove ourselves from the group once we're defeated. So we'll say, what is it? Remove from group, active enemy. Cool. So yeah, that should move us forward, right? And we'll go back here. And we also need to say cur word is equal to null. Bam. Active enemy, and we need to put in a function called die. So let's go back to our enemy and we'll say func die. We'll come down here and say print we are dead, dead, dead. Alright, and what are we going to do then? We got to say we're defeated too. So we're just going to say defeated. I probably could have called defeated. I think we should do that. I'm going to get rid of the die function. And we're just going to reference this instead. I forgot that I made that already. So instead of die, it's going to be defeated. Awesome. Let's, oh man. Are you for real? The stream starting soon overlay's been on the whole time. Great. Oh shit. Oh. Where's it at? There we go. It's so disappointing. Alright, well, thank you. Thank you, Jason. Oh, you have a heart of gold. Alright. Anyway, let's give it a shot and see how bad my coding is. Oh, terrible. I think what happened is his ratio is there. Where is our player cart ratio? Let's go from the beginning. Let's go back to 3D. Do we ever have an initiating event? Engage attack. Cool. I guess we could do like a collision shape to engage with him. We could do that, but what was I doing before? Oh, that's right. I was checking. You know what? Should we just do a simple... if I go to the enemy, I could just do a collision shape, right? And then he hits the collision shape, and then that's when you engage with him. We could do it that way, but I kind of have it set up that you don't have to collision shape them with the other thing. But I think it's just going to be much simpler. It's a much simpler setup, so I mean, why fight against it? Let's go with an area 3D. We'll go to the 3D and collision shape. We need let's just do a box, the most sacred of all geometry. So we'll have a box like this, and when he hits the collision shape, he will then engage with my attack. So we'll make it a little bit further back, and then we gotta obviously add something to well, this shouldn't be here, but let's go to the first world. We'll deal with some first world problems. And right, we gotta add some type of body on the player cart, so we gotta go collision shape, and I'm just gonna add an area. There's no reason to make it a real body, so we'll do that. We'll put that here. We'll do this. We'll make a sphere or whatever. Our camera is right there. Awesome. So area 3D, we're gonna call this player area, and I think we'll just do a we're going to be entering other areas, so area entered, connect to ourselves basically, and we're just going to say if area dot get if area dot owner is in group group enemy, yeah, what am I thinking? Enemy, and then we'll say pass. No, we won't. If they're in the group enemy, we're gonna say engage engage attack. And we also want to tell them to do something, right? We want to tell them attack. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna say area.owner.attack. And here we're gonna engage attack, so next state will be engage, and we will stop moving. Awesome. And then we're just gonna go back to our enemy, and we're gonna add him to the group enemy. Add to group enemy. Nice. And then we still have this active enemy group that we can use for our keyboard manager. Get tree.call group active enemy defeated. Awesome. And then it will remove itself. So there we go. And nice. Let's try that. They're both in the same collision layer. Perfect. Let's give it a shot. Here we are. Chat GPT. Oh, F Chat GPT is what I'm trying to display. So that doesn't do anything. Cool, wonderful, just what we wanted. So we gotta print some more stuff out. So let me print engaging attack. Cool, and then we'll do this. Control C, Control V. Finishing attack. Cool. Let's go to our enemy, and we need to get the stuff out of here. Let's run it. I just want to see if we're engaging. Well, we clearly are because we stopped moving, right? And then area.owner.attack. So let's see if we are in attack. Let's just print out enemy in attack formation. Alright, let's see if it gets there. Enemy in attack formation, engaging attack. Awesome. So, is our keyboard manager receiving input? What's up? Let's see, I'm clicking, I'm clacking, but nothing is showing up. So keyboard manager, let's take a look. If current word is not equal to null, initiate attack. Initiate attack. Are we calling this at any point? I don't think we are. So let's go back to our enemy. That's right. We need to be over here. And we're going to say keyboard manager dot initiate attack, and we're going to pass in ourself, and our word is our phrase. There we go. So now A S S U P P P. I think caps lock is on. Oh no. Doesn't appear to be doing any damage to him. Okay, we need to print out when if our character equals our current word. I think well, it's never going to equal it, so we need to go character dot to lower. There we go. So oh man, I'm still stuck at the S. P. Is it doing anything? Well, we gotta add some more print out things. So let's do this. Let's print every time we go here, we're just going to print per word. Char dot to lower, and then we're gonna copy this real quick. Damn it. Move it over, and we'll say cur word 0. Bam, right there. We need one of these things on there. I can't remember what the fuck they're called. They're a thingy. Bam, so that's looking good. We'll say current word letter and typed letter. Cool, let's try that. And then we're printing the current word up here, and then we're going to say keyboard cur word curwa. Alright, there we go. Bam. Oh, wonderful. Why are we getting so many inputs when I'm not even pressing anything? Alright, let's not do that because it's really fucking annoying. Sorry. Let's go ahead and run that. Okay, so W. Let's take a look. Typed letter, current letter, awesome. Let's see. So what am I looking for now? A. So yeah, we didn't remove anything. So I think what I need to do is this. Cur word equals cur word dot erase. Let's try that. Hello world, awesome. We got a better one this time. So we'll say HELLO, and we'll see what we get over here. So that's actually looking pretty promising. Space WORLD. So it looks like that didn't quite do it, but nice. Cool. So let's just do this. Print full word. It's going to be our cur word. There we go. And then we run that. Hello world. Where's full word? Hello, hello. How's it going, Mud Crabbo? I think the space, I don't think the space works. Let me try this. F chat G, oops, GPT. So let's see. Full word chat GPT. Yeah, so apparently the space does not match up. That's interesting. Let me actually ask ChatGPT. That is kind of a pretty interesting question. So my spacebar doesn't. My spacebar. So my spacebar input doesn't match my spacebar character when subtracting from words. How can I make my spacebar input character match the spacebar character of the text? Oh, you know what? I could just do that. I could do that. So when we click here, I think it says space. Yeah, it actually says space. So we could just add a thing for that. So we could say, or if char dot to lower. Actually, let me see what ChatGPT got to say. Oh, wrong shit. You're probably doing. Confirm you're using char.event.unicode. Let's take a look. What are we using? Event.keycode. I am using event.keycode. Okay, well, it's telling me to use something different up here, which I don't want to do. So I think what I'm going to try and do is, it just says space when I press this. So we're going to say if char equals space and no, what am I doing? If current word and current word equals space. No, this one. Which one is my input right now? Yeah, so current word should equal nothingness, and then my char should equal space. I had these backwards. There we go. Then we'll just print special condition met. We'll just make sure this actually works real quick. And I think we can do, does that mean we have to make this an elif? Elif Does that register right? I think so. So if we are a space and our current word is a space, then we should print that. Let's try it. I don't know if it's going to work, but we can give it a shot. Okay, we need one with a space in it. Okay, there we go. So F chat GPT. Looks like we didn't get it. Type the word space and let's take a look. Current letter F. Current word letter is an empty character. So how do I check for that? Let me actually ask that. Mudcrabbo, what do we have going on here? I'm trying to make a Typing of the Dead clone in Godot, and I'm open sourcing it. I actually have a GitHub I'm updating this time. Yeah, so what we have in the 3D is basically this guy runs along a track. We have a player. He's going along this track that we have here. We're just doing the basic setup now. When he runs into the enemy, you'll have to type what's on the screen. Then it will kill the enemy and go on to the next one. It's basically a typing game to help you get better at typing. But yeah, I'm making it all open source. We're trying not to use any like outside models. Everything's got to be made with Godot. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But yeah, let me ask ChatGPT that question really quickly. Yeah, I'm not very good at typing either. I didn't really learn how to touch type till I was like 25, so I wanted to make it like easier for other people. It really sucks when you're showing up to interviews and you're like pecking away like a fucking idiot, and they look at you like, oh man, this guy's special. Let me get some water. All right. I'm trying to check if the current character at the string index 0 is a space. It's not going great. Thoughts? Print the character. Oh, good luck. Thank you. Okay, so why would I need to do this? Print the character. All right, whatever. Let's see. Let's see what this does for me. I guess we're checking the actual key code of the bastard. That would make sense. So I guess we'll just do this regardless. .ord, not found in base self. Yeah, why would it be? What a weird thing to do. I was just trying to see. It makes no sense. What I was trying to print the character. ORD. What the fuck is ORD? Where are you getting this from? Where are you getting this from? Let's take a look. Is that true, Godot? Do we have a ORD? Do you have an ORD? Yeah, I don't see any ORD. Let's take a look. What am I using? What am I fucking using? I'm using event.keycode. So let's take a look at that. Events. Keycode. Open. So we're getting the key code, I guess. os.getKeyCode string. Okay, so I think we should check for the actual scan code instead of the character. Then we'd have to like match it up. We really only need it for the fucking space, so it's like if scan code equals, and how do I let's just print the scan code, that way I'll know what the space is. Print right here, we'll say here is B. Here is B. Perfect. Wonderful. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, look at this. I made a rain playlist. Here we go. There we go. We got some rain sounds. How's that? Cool. So, yeah, what do we want to do here? We're going to check that scan code. We're going to see what it is, and then we'll check against the scan code. Here is B32. Awesome. So we'll say if scan code equals 32 and current word equals, oh, that's right, we need to check if this is an actual space. Let's try this. Well, we need one with a F chat GPT. Okay, let's see. Ah, there we go. Special condition met. Okay, there we go, and then all we have to do is we'll make this into an elif, and we're gonna have to do the same thing here. We'll actually do this down here. There we go. Let's see if that works. So we can say HELLOWORLD, and then we move forward. Hell yeah. Damn, dude, we're fucking too cool for school, dude. All right. I think I'm going to take a quick break real quick, and I guess maybe we'll hang around for a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I think Godot has constants for most keys, so key space maybe, I'm not sure. Word shows the ACI Unicode for the characters in question. It's short for ordinal. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, but nice. But yeah, I'll probably be right back in 1 second. I'm just gonna put on the fucking, where's the damn thing? There we go. Go here. BRB 5 min. All right. Yeah, I will be right back. All right, so what am I going to do now? I guess we need to give more feedback to the player that we're actually where's main cam? There we go. There I am. All right, we need to give more feedback to the player that we are like beating on the enemy, doing some shit. Lighting them up, not giving a fuck. Cool. Let's start. So when we're in our script here, I'm gonna get rid of these print statements. If I feel like we'll need them, we'll bring them back. Cool. So, let me just check Okay, cool. Yeah, I did unmute myself. Awesome. We can be heard. Cool. Right. So now we're getting it. We can defeat the enemy, but what we need to do is update the thing. So since we're passing in the enemy here, we can say at on ready var active the overlay. The overlay stays. The overlay is part of the fucking stream. Just kidding. Active enemy. It'd be really nice if the sound effects would just keep fucking playing. Let me go back to my lo-fi. There we go. We have something a little bit better than this. But you know what? Trees in the breeze, dude. Hopefully it's not too loud or whatever. Alright, what do we want? So active enemy, we're gonna set equal to null. We're gonna treat this basically the same way. Active enemy, we're going to update it here, equals enemy. And the enemy of our enemy is our friend, so we're going to send our friend a signal. So we're going to say active enemy dot update word, and we're going to pass in our cur word. Bam, and we can do the same thing down here. Yeah, there we go. And let's, yeah. So we're gonna save that, then we're gonna go back to our enemy over here. The initiate attack name. Oh man, that's a really hard fucking word to spell. Initiate, right? Here we go. So now we got to go back to our keyboard manager. Initiate. Well, on the GitHub repository, you guys can all lambaste me for all of my shitty techniques. That'll be fun. I'm actually definitely not like the strong coder. I'm more of like just I kind of like to just learn a little bit about each thing. I'm like a jack of all trades with technology, is what I kind of market myself as now. I'm basically a CNC machinist at work, so. I definitely get lost when like GD script pulls out these like crazy ass things and they're using like these weird signals and like I barely know what this stuff means. Here when it's like returning something or null or whatever, so I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. We're not gonna we're not gonna bother too hard with all that stuff. We're vibe coding. So where was I? And what were we even doing? That's right. I needed the update word here. Funkaroonie. Up on this motherfucker. All right. So we put it right there. We say pass. We're passing in our word, okay, as a vessel, a free traveler. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's better than, you know, it's better than a lot of other jobs. I mean, you could be like roofing. That's not fun. I also don't really like being inside an office. I like factories more. I think they're more fun. Update word. So we're going to take our word, our phrase, actually. So we're going to say phrase equals word, and we're going to have to update our, let's update our sprite board, right? Enemy board dot rich text label, and we'll say set text text equals, and it'll be phrase. You know, we probably shouldn't even do that. There's really no reason to update the phrase. So what we'll do is just set it equal to word. And then if it's absolutely necessary, we can do that. It just seems very string spaghetti-like to throw that in there and be like, oh, update that too, you know, to me. I could be wrong, but I mean, since we're just doing a visual change and we're not really changing any of the logic on our enemy, and then what I might do in the future is print the red for what's typed and the green for what we gotta type. The green for what we gotta type. Subtractificate from the two words, basically. There we go. Yeah, basically I would just take from the two words and subtract it, and then whatever's not in the word and we already typed would be red, and whatever we need to type would be green, but I probably don't have time to do that right now. So for right now, we're just going to update it until there's nothing left on there. And let's see if that works. So, F, chat, GPT, boom, aren't we cool? Okay, so let's add a few more enemies and see if that scales up. So let's go no distraction mode. Alright, right here. Control D, we'll move him back, and Control D, and we'll move him back. And so that's two enemies. Let's do it. Let's run it. What's up? Alright. So if I hit the wrong stuff, nothing happens. I hit hello, world, boom, we continue on. So, nice. F, chat, GPT, boom, we defeated him. And we're home free. So, I rage quit earlier, but now it's actually going pretty good. So I'm going to say that was all me. I hardly use ChatGPT at all. Only for the main logic. Only for the hard parts, dude. But I use my brain, my massive intelligence, my divine intellect here. To come up with a really shitty game. So how would I improve this further? Make some UI and stuff. But I probably can't do much tonight. I probably should be getting to sleep because I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I think for right now I'm just going to cut it. And yeah, hopefully everyone has a good night. I'll probably be back tomorrow to code some more shit. And I might have some updates on this, but this is going pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make a commit to GitHub later.